Hey, so I wanted to make this video because I hope that maybe it can help somebody out. Um, I have been thinking a lot about what has helped me in my recovery, and it's funny, I was talking about this with my brother and his friend today, and one of the things that has helped me the most in my recovery has been letting go of the desire. Like, I want to say the desire to be happy, but not necessarily. Like, I think that you should, you know, I mean, you can be happy, follow the things that make you happy, like, you know, whatever. But what I mean is, like, and I said this in another video, but, like, stop viewing life as, like, it having maybe, like, kind of an end point. Like, I know that well, what is said is that we're all gonna die, right? Like, that's what you can pretty much expect. But I think when you stop viewing life in a way of like, this is when I'm gonna reach my prime, or that was my prime, or like that there's some type of end goal to life. Um, One of them for me personally, I had a very like black and white view of life. Like you're either happy or you're depressed, you know? I didn't know how to really confront my pain. I felt a lot of pain. I was always in pain. I was going through a lot due to like my brain and trauma and just like all these things that I was going through. I didn't know how to deal with them, and so they kept coming up for me in my life, and it really, really, really destroyed my quality of life. But I always thought like this is just what I need to do and I'm gonna be happy. Or like blah blah blah. And the goal was always to just be happy. And I'm in a very interesting place in my life now where I view life as more of an experience instead of like I'm either happy or I'm sad, you know? I have been able to step away um, from that. Like, I'm still searching, I think and that's the thing, like, in life, you never, it just, it's endless, and there's, like, for me personally, for example, a really important thing for me has been, in dialectical behavioral therapy, we talk about radical acceptance. And so, radically accepting the present moment doesn't mean that you have to be okay with it. I'm not okay with everything in my life, but it's a practice. Radical acceptance is a practice. And so it's something that you practice, and you just say, yeah, okay, so this is what I am experiencing right here, right now. This is where I'm at, and like, you can like go through it, and take it one step at a time. Um, but that like just because you're sad, it doesn't have to mean that life is not worth it. And that's the thing, like all that I knew was really sadness, like that was what I was used to. It was what I really believed life was only misery and pain and like tragedy and like a bunch of really, really bad things. I didn't like myself, I didn't like people, and I still struggle with these things. But I just had such a negative view of life, and I've always been so in the dark that I just was always looking for the light. Like, oh my gosh, like, when am I gonna be happy? Like, when can I finally, like, be in the sunshine and rainbows like everybody else is? When am I gonna stop living in the rain? And I love the rain. Like, I love actual rain, but now I've learned how to, it's not easy. It's not easy when you're going through something, and I find myself to permanently be going through something. But I think that I have been able to learn how to like like I said, go through it, you know, like that's okay, you know, like this is where I'm at, and like I meet myself where I'm at. I can learn how to in relationships like have communications about like where are you at, you know, and like meeting each other where we're at, and just like that, you know, ability to not view life in such a black and white way has really changed me, because I've gone through a lot of shit while trying to get better. You know, and I think that just happens to me. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get better until this is over. Well, I'm not gonna get better until blah blah blah, like blah 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 blah. But it just doesn't always have to be that way. Like we all wake up with something. Like life is full of bullshit. You know, like that's just the truth. Like life is full of bullshit, and like you can learn um, how to sit in that, and like also have other feelings about it, and like have other opinions about it, and like you don't have to be okay with everything that's happening to you right now, but like you know you are experiencing it, so it's like I have to be like, okay, this is what's happening, you know. um so yeah, I hope that to anybody listening to this, that you can just know like even this moment is special. You know what I mean? Like even this moment means something. Um, and you don't always have to just look for that moment when you're gonna matter, when things are gonna matter. It's like stop looking. It's right now. You know. So yeah, I've just become so much more interested in like the present moment and what's happening, and you know what's coming up for me. So yeah, I'd like to hear your opinions on it, um, and I hope that everybody is doing well. Thank you. Thank you.